Welcome back, guys. Sorry I haven't been posting much lately. I've been kind of sick, and I also got another hobby been taking on. I'm doing a saltwater fish tank. And I got my little fresh water over there. But we have been waiting for parts to come in. I managed to order a downpipe for the roller skate. I got a bunch of clamps, my 90-degree elbow, more clamps for intercooler piping. I also got new injectors for my truck. That way I don't have any issues with misfires or anything like that, because I knew they were going bad. It's got a lot of miles on it, so I figured why not just replace things that I need to. So we actually got some more parts coming in, just waiting on them. But I am going to get started and see what I can do for today and get some stuff done. So we got the downpipe on. I just need to get a new O2 sensor. The threads are a little messed up on it. I'm not a really big fan of using them. But we got the new downpipe on. It's a 2.5-inch downpipe. We're gonna up that to a 3-inch exhaust all the way out, which I actually have. I changed a bunch of clamps. We're gonna go and I gotta order some more T-bolt clamps. I guess I got the wrong size for the inlet pipe here. This is actually 2.75 and I got a 2.5 set of clamps, so we're gonna have to change those. But I did manage to mount the intercooler further back, and I moved it up a little bit. I wasn't a big fan of where it sat, so but everything's good now. I've got my 90-degree elbow here, my blow-off valve. Everything looks like it should fit right. Battery will still fit, no problems. And should be able to get the bumper on after I get all that situated. Put the bumper on it and get it all squared away, so I don't have to worry about anybody looking at my intercooler anymore, and I can have a little fun. Welcome back, guys. So we managed to get a couple days of nice weather. I actually got the day off of work so that I can do some more car stuff. So we got the downpipe all bolted in, ready to go. I got everything tack welded and made a down pipe to go underneath. I'm right through the tunnel here, and a test pipe with a resonator, and then back there we got our muffler. Yes, I'm making it quiet again. Can't stand the noisy, but trying to keep it a street car, no race car. Race cars in the backyard. But overall, got everything almost ready to go. I just got to put my center console back together. I had to tighten up my short shifter a little bit. I had to adjust my cables for my shifter. But other than that, about ready to go. So to get some oil for it. Got coolant, got some water for it. Once we get the oil, I'll be able to fire it up and see how she runs. So today's the day. We are off work for a few days, so that means I can get going on this thing. I got to get it all cleaned out, get the carpet out of it. I got to take some of this bolt-in roll cage we got out of it, and then we're going to be cutting the floorboard out of it, getting all the spare tire well out. I got to get the fuel tank out, and then I'm going to start cutting from there, and we'll see how that goes. So we got the majority of it pulled out on the inside. Dashboard's out. Carpet's out. All the little panels on the side are out. I'm gonna end up having to redo the wiring because it's a little old, so I ain't liking it. Sound deadening's got to come up. Obviously we got some rust, as you can tell. Got some pretty bad rust here. I know we're gonna have some there. Same thing on that side and on this side. I'll just order some new floor pans and we'll get those welded in. Not very safe, not gonna hold a roll cage, so we'll get that figured out when the time comes. But overall it's not too bad. Once I get some time off of work to get things going, I can start working on the rust repair, so that that won't be as bad, and then I'll be able to seal the hole inside of the car once it's done. But as of right now, that's all the stuff I ripped out: dashboard, carpet, and some sound deadening. But now we are going to be cutting the floor, and we're going to be getting rid of that for the VR6 Turbo that we're going to be mounting in the back of this thing.
So we got the floor cut out. Started grinding some stuff down so that way make it look nice. Dash is out, carpet's out. No more paneling on the inside. I'm gonna have to go through the wiring. Just gotta get the headliner foam off and all that crap. There's the extra pieces we got. Spare tire well, back seat floor. A lot of this stuff I won't be reusing. Got the dash out. I'm gonna see if I can use a newer dash, possibly a newer carpet, depending on if it'll fit or not, and if I can get one that's decent. But not too bad. A lot of rust repair. We're gonna replace the floor pans. But as of right now, it's cleaning up the back, getting that ready so that I can weld it. I gotta weld all the seams and make sure everything's good to go. But overall, not too bad. It's for first day tearing into it, but definitely a lot of rust repair. So hopefully over the next couple days I can get a lot done and hopefully get a subframe for it so I can start getting that all mocked up. My welding skills aren't the greatest, but for the most part, don't look too bad. A little bit of grinding, and shouldn't look too bad. But I do have to finish. I got a couple holes. I gotta finish pulling wires out for the fuel lines. Oh, they were like evap lines. I think I'm gonna trim up some of this right here on both sides. I'm gonna trim that up, get it more closer to the frame rail so that I can actually clean the frame rail up. Possibly get it up on jack stands and pull the rear end out of it so that I can start mocking up for the new subframe to get welded in. So far though, I think I did pretty good for having a cheap welder and not much to work with here. But overall, I think I'll throw some paint on it. Should be good to go. So I did manage to cut these out. I got to get a little patch for this. I got to get this bracket off down here. Some rust to clean up here. I did grind this down a little bit, but not as crazy as I would liked. But I am gonna smooth this out so this is all smooth and nice looking. Same thing with this side. I actually grinded this side down all the way up to the wires, and I will probably cut this up a little bit, but we're gonna replace this with a piece of metal, probably a square tubing to make a support for the floorboard, because we are going to replace the floorboards as well, along with the rockers on the inner and outer on both sides due to some extensive rot. And hopefully I get this done, get this bracket off here. Once I get this all squared away, I can take out the rear beam and I can get started on taking the rear wheel well mounts for the strut out, so that I can replace this with the new one from the newer style for the front of one of the GTIs or Jettas or possibly a Cabrio. Hopefully I can get that replaced and weld it in nicely, so I can get the subframe mounted for the motor. And I'm going to be using the subframe for the motor to replace the rear subframe here. Hopefully it's just mounts, should be fairly easy, but I think I'll be alright. Like I said, just a little rot here. I get that squared away, get this covered up, get this fixed, and get all this undercoating out of here. Brake lines are going to be redone from front to rear, so I think I'll be alright. So, but that's it for now, and I'll keep you guys posted on some more content from this thing.